Was there ever a woman you met who lived her own way, seemed to flourish alone, and disregarded social conventions? Thank you for visiting the Sigma Girls world. These intriguing individuals are often the enigma of the social spectrum, straying from the conventional expectations of femininity. They are the lone wolves, the mavericks, the ones who march to the beat of their own drum. Sigma females challenge the norms by asserting their independence and self-reliance, refusing to conform to the roles society often assigns to women. Instead of seeking validation from others, they find satisfaction in their own achievements and personal growth. They value their solitude, using it as a tool for introspection and self-improvement. But this unconventional lifestyle often leads to misunderstanding, even resentment. Many find their independent spirit and self-sufficiency intimidating, their introverted nature puzzling. Now that you have a basic understanding of Sigma females, let's delve into why they are often misunderstood and even disliked. Reason number 1, misunderstood independence. The Sigma female is a breed of her own, valuing independence and self-reliance above all else. This is not because she views herself as superior or disdains the company of others, but rather because she finds fulfillment and satisfaction in being able to navigate the world on her own terms. Imagine a woman who prefers to spend her Friday night curled up with a good book rather than out at a crowded bar. She's not being antisocial or aloof. She's simply enjoying her own company and the pleasure of a good story. However, to the outside observer, it may seem as if she's deliberately isolating herself or rejecting social norms. This is a classic example of how the independence of a Sigma female can be misunderstood. Or consider a Sigma female in the workplace. She's the one who's happy to take on a project solo, not because she's trying to hog all the glory, but because she knows she's capable and enjoys the challenge. Yet her colleagues may interpret her self-reliance as arrogance or an unwillingness to collaborate. In relationships, the Sigma female's independence can also be misconstrued. She doesn't need a partner to feel complete or to define her. She wants a relationship that complements her life, not one that becomes the axis around which her world revolves. This can often be mistaken for emotional unavailability or aloofness, when in reality, she's just preserving her autonomy and self-identity. The Sigma female's independence is her strength. It's a badge of honor, a testament to her ability to stand on her own 2 feet. She doesn't shun others, but she doesn't lean on them either. She's not aloof or arrogant, she's simply self-reliant. It's important to remember that independence doesn't equate to arrogance or aloofness. It's a sign of strength, self-confidence, and resilience. A Sigma female's independence is not a barrier to keep others out, but a bridge that leads to her inner self. Their independence is not a sign of arrogance, but rather a testament to their strength and self-reliance. Moving on to reason number 2, non-conformity. Sigma females are often seen as a puzzle piece that just doesn't quite fit into the pre-established societal jigsaw. They dance to the beat of their own drum, refusing to let societal norms dictate their life's rhythm. This non-conformity, though a sign of their independence and strength, can often lead to discomfort and misunderstanding among those who prefer traditional roles. Let's take a moment to paint a picture. Imagine a world where everyone wears the same outfit, eats the same food, and follows the same routine day in, day out. Sounds pretty monotonous, right? Now imagine a woman who chooses to wear a different outfit, who enjoys a variety of cuisines, and who dances to the rhythm of her own routine. This woman is the Sigma female. In a world where conformity is the norm, her non-conformity stands out like a beacon of individuality. But why does this non-conformity lead to misunderstanding? Well, humans are creatures of habit. We find comfort in familiarity, in routine, in the known. When someone comes along breaking the norms and challenging the status quo, it can be unsettling. It's the equivalent of a pebble being thrown into a still pond. The ripples disrupt the calm, creating a sense of unease. Sigma females, with their non-conformist attitudes, are that pebble. They disrupt the status quo, challenge societal norms, and question traditional roles. This can lead to discomfort among those who prefer to swim in the calm, undisturbed waters of conformity. However, it's important to remember that this non-conformity is not an act of rebellion or defiance. Rather, it's a brave stance against societal pressure. Sigma females are not trying to be difficult or controversial. They're simply being true to themselves, embracing their individuality and refusing to be boxed into societal expectations. So, the next time you encounter a Sigma female, instead of feeling discomfort or misunderstanding, try to appreciate her for her bravery, her individuality, and her refusal to conform. Remember, their non-conformity is not rebellion, but a brave stance against societal pressure. Reason number 3, intense introversion. Now, let's talk about introversion, a trait that's often misunderstood in our extrovert-favored society. It's no secret that Sigma females are introverted. They enjoy their own company, and they are often found immersed in their thoughts, ideas, and passions. They aren't necessarily shy, but they do need their alone time to recharge their energy. But here's where the misunderstanding comes into play. This introverted nature of Sigma females can often be misinterpreted as disinterest in others. It's easy to see someone who spends a lot of time alone and think, oh, they must not like people. But that's not the case with Sigma females. They're not antisocial, they're selectively social. They prefer to have a handful of close friends rather than a large group of acquaintances. Sigma females value quality over quantity when it comes to relationships. They prefer deeper, more meaningful interactions over small talk. They'd rather listen and observe than be the center of attention. They're the ones who will have a one-on-one deep conversation with you at a party rather than flitting around chatting with everyone. While this might seem off-putting to some, it's important to remember that everyone has their own social preferences. Sigma females are not being rude or standoffish. They're simply being true to their introverted nature. They're not trying to make a statement or be different. They're just being themselves. But unfortunately, in a society that often values extroversion, this preference for solitude and deeper connections can be misinterpreted. People might see it as aloofness or an unwillingness to engage with others. But it's not about disliking people. It's about choosing to engage in a way that feels authentic and fulfilling to them. So the next time you encounter a Sigma female who seems a bit reserved or who prefers one-on-one interactions over large social gatherings, remember this. Their introversion is not disinterest, but a preference for deeper, more meaningful interactions. Reason number 4, intimidating intelligence. Sigma females are often perceived as intimidating due to their high intelligence. They have a knack for absorbing and processing information quickly, which can make them seem out of reach for some. Their minds are constantly buzzing with ideas, theories, and solutions. They're like walking encyclopedias, always ready to dive deep into complex topics. This can be daunting for those who struggle to keep up with their rapid-fire thought processes. But here's the thing. It's not about making others feel inadequate. For Sigma females, their intelligence is a tool for understanding the world around them, not a weapon to belittle others. It's about tackling challenges, sparking conversations, and pushing boundaries. They value knowledge and love to share it, hoping to inspire others to do the same. Their intelligence is not meant to intimidate, but to challenge and inspire. Reason number 5, unpredictable nature. Now let's dive into the 5th reason why people may find Sigma females a bit challenging to handle: their unpredictable nature. If you like your world to be neat and predictable, then you might feel a tad uneasy around Sigma females. You see, they're like the weather in the high mountains, clear one moment, stormy the next, and you never know when a rainbow might appear. They might decide to take a spontaneous road trip, or maybe they'll suddenly delve into a new hobby that consumes all their attention. They might be quiet and introspective one day, then full of energy and ideas the next. This unpredictability can be disconcerting and even intimidating to those who prefer routine and predictability. However, it's important to note that this unpredictability doesn't stem from a place of chaos or disorder. It's not that Sigma females are fickle or capricious, not at all. Instead, their unpredictable nature is a reflection of their openness to life's spontaneity and their willingness to embrace change. They're not afraid to take risks, to venture into the unknown, to explore new possibilities. They're like sailors setting out on an uncharted sea, ready to adjust their course as the winds and currents change. They're like jazz musicians, improvising and creating beautiful music on the fly without a preset script or score. They're like artists, splashing colors on a canvas, letting their intuition guide their brushstrokes. This unpredictability can be a source of discomfort for those who prefer the safety and predictability of well-trodden paths. It can be like trying to dance with someone who keeps changing the rhythm, the steps, and even the dance itself. It can be disconcerting, yes, but it can also be exhilarating, inspiring, and incredibly refreshing. In a world that often values predictability and conformity, Sigma females stand out with their embrace of life's spontaneity. They remind us that life is not a straight line, but a dance, a song, a journey full of unexpected twists and turns. Their unpredictability is not chaos, but an embrace of life's spontaneity. Reason number 6, lack of emotional display. Let's dive right into this one. Sigma females are often perceived as cold or aloof due to their propensity to keep their emotions under wraps. They're not ones to wear their hearts on their sleeves, preferring instead to process their feelings internally. However, this shouldn't be mistaken for an absence of emotion. Sigma females feel as deeply, if not more so, than anyone else. Their approach to emotions is a little different, a little more private. They believe in dealing with their feelings in solitude, away from the prying eyes of the world. This can be a bit puzzling to those who are used to more overt displays of emotion, leading to misconceptions about the Sigma female's emotional depth. Remember, just because they choose not to broadcast their feelings doesn't mean they don't have any. Their lack of emotional display is not coldness, but a personal choice of privacy. Reason number 7, high standards. Now, this is a biggie. Sigma females are notorious for setting the bar high, not just for themselves, but for everyone around them. They have a keen eye for quality and a deep-seated belief that everything, every task, every relationship should be pursued with dedication and excellence. Let's break it down. When it comes to their professional lives, Sigma females aren't satisfied with just getting by or doing the bare minimum. They're the ones who will work late, double-check their work, and constantly strive to learn and improve. This can be intimidating to others who may feel they can't keep up or match their level of commitment. In their personal lives, these high standards extend to relationships. Sigma females value deep, meaningful connections over superficial ones. They seek partners who are not just physically attractive, but intellectually stimulating, emotionally mature, and who share their values. This can be daunting for those who are used to more casual, less demanding relationships. It's important to understand that these high standards aren't about arrogance or superiority. They're about self-respect and ambition. Sigma females know their worth, and they refuse to settle for less than they deserve. They're not interested in playing games or wasting time on things that don't enrich their lives in some way. Now you might be thinking, that sounds exhausting. Who can live up to those standards? But here's the thing. Sigma females are just as demanding of themselves as they are of others. They push themselves hard, always striving to be the best they can be. They don't expect anything from others that they wouldn't expect from themselves. Of course, this can lead to misunderstanding and resentment from those who feel judged or pressured. But remember, it's not about making others feel inferior. It's about encouraging growth, promoting excellence, and refusing to settle for mediocrity. So, the next time you encounter a Sigma female with high standards, don't be intimidated. See it as a reflection of her self-respect, ambition, and the high regard she has for those around her. Their high standards are not superiority, but a reflection of their self-respect and ambition. Finally, reason number 8, their mysteriousness. The enigmatic aura of a Sigma female can be both intriguing and intimidating. It's like trying to solve a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma. They don't wear their emotions or thoughts on their sleeves. Instead, they keep them guarded, locked away in the labyrinth of their minds. This can often lead to misunderstandings and assumptions. People might make the mistake of thinking they're aloof, detached, or even disinterested. But that's far from the truth. Every word they speak, every action they take is thought out and deliberate, adding to their mystique. It's not that they're trying to be mysterious on purpose. It's simply a byproduct of their complex and introspective nature. So, the next time you find yourself befuddled by a Sigma female, remember this. Their mysteriousness is not an act, but a result of their complex and introspective nature. So, we've explored the 8 reasons why Sigma females might be misunderstood or disliked. From their misunderstood independence, where they stand tall on their own, to their non-conformity, breaking the mold of societal expectations. We've examined their intense introversion, their choice to recharge in solitude, and their intimidating intelligence, a trait that can leave others feeling outmatched. We've delved into their unpredictable nature, a trait that keeps others on their toes, and their lack of emotional display, which can make them seem distant or aloof. We've also touched on their high standards, which can be daunting to some, and their mysteriousness, which can be both intriguing and perplexing. But remember, being different isn't a bad thing, and understanding helps build bridges. So, let's strive to understand and appreciate the unique qualities of Sigma females, rather than disliking them for it.